Hello everybody, we're back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today we've got a video that is partially selected by you guys. There's been a lot of suggestions for weapons to use against Gators in the last few days, and I'm going to be using some of the ones that I've seen requested the most. First one being the crossbow, second being the drilling rifle, third one being the 4570, and the last one being the 10 gauge shotgun with slugs. So there's a lot to try out. I'm curious how some of these are going to work, especially the crossbow. I don't know how that thing's going to do, and also the 10 gauge should perform pretty well because 12 gauge slugs work amazingly. I would imagine this will be pretty good too, so let's see if we can get it to work. I don't know which what chances we'll actually get, but let's use the 4570 first. And unfortunately, this one is underwater too much, so that's a bit of a bust, but we've got plenty of water left to cover. I've been doing a lot of gator hunting, and I've learned most of the areas that they can be at, so I'm pretty confident in finding lots of gators for this video. Speaking of finding gators, there we go. This might be a perfect one to use the crossbow on because it seems like it's not going to be that far away, and we can probably get up pretty close. Ooh, there it is. There is that gator right there. Let's get down real quickly. We're going to keep stalking up. Once we get to about 30 meters, I think I'll be comfortable in taking a shot with the crossbow. We're going to do a neck shot first, and then maybe later we'll try a lung shot just to kind of see how that does, see if it's viable. I don't think it will be, but it's worth trying, so we will try it at some point. Ooh, there it is. Oh my gosh, it's looking right at us. Can't tell if it notices us, though. Oh my gosh, there's two. That's a mythical. Okay. So, that's a mythical. That one's way too close, and it's a level 6. I think the move might be to kill the level 6, and then switch guns and go for the 8. Oh my gosh, that didn't go the way I thought it would. We missed the shot on the first one. I don't think we got even close to hitting vitals, but we managed to get the mythical one right in the neck with the 10 gauge slug, and it performed really well, actually. I'm pretty impressed. That dropped it immediately. Was not hard to hit either. And it did pretty good on the second one as well. It definitely did decent on this second one, so let's take a look and see what the bow shot was like. So the bow shot, wow, it just barely hit too low and too far back. We probably should have aimed a little bit higher. And then the 10 gauge slug hit it in the lungs too, and it died pretty fast. Wow. So you could probably do a couple 10 gauge slugs to the lungs and it would actually be good. That's pretty good to know. That actually bodes pretty well for the 10 gauge shotgun. I think it's going to be a great gun for them just based off of this first encounter. Ooh, there we go. That one is a level 6 and it's getting away. Yeah, it just barely got away into the water. That's unfortunate. Well, we'll keep looking. There's plenty more gators where that one came from. Ooh, there we go. There's one right there. Let's see if we can possibly get this. Oh, we are running out of breath fast. Yeah, that's just not working out. We ran out of breath like immediately because I've been sprinting, and yeah, it did not end well. There is one resting up here though. This will be much easier to take out, so we'll just focus on this one. There's also a level 7 that is pretty similar in distance, I think. Yeah, it's a little bit farther, but we could probably go for that one as well. Maybe take a shot on him first and then get the closer one with maybe the drilling rifle slugs? I don't know. We'll try it though. Ooh, that guy's moving. We should probably get its attention. There we go. Now it should stay there. Alright, so 140 away. I think what we're going to do is 0 to 150 on the 4570 and see if we can get this. I have no idea if that's going to work the way that I want it to, but hopefully it will. Here we go with this guy right here. And both shots didn't quite make it. Jeez, that is gonna be more difficult than I thought to get the close range running shots when they're just barely hitting the water. Unfortunately, like, a lot of times they don't allow you to shoot through the water at close, but I have had times where it does work, so I always try it out. We did manage to kill the one with the 4570 though, so that's kind of nice. I wasn't sure how that was gonna do, and I think it actually killed it pretty quickly. Let's at least take a look at it. Yeah, it did not move far at all. 415, we did hit middle neck. Not bad at all, I'll take that. I'd say it did pretty decent. 4570 will probably be even better at close range, so we'll have to try one of those shots out at some point. One of my favorite things about the Gators is no matter how much you practice with them, it's still very difficult to be consistent with the shots. You have a lot of times where if they're moving, you might not be able to get a shot, and if you don't get your shot, they're going to go in the water and they're going to be there for a long time. I'm interested to see what the multiplayer hunting is going to be like for Gators, because it's really difficult to get them to come back after you've spooked them. So if you find a rare or a diamond in multiplayer and you don't get it the first time, and you're not able to change the time or get the host to change the time, it might be quite a challenge to actually get that thing down. So I'm really eager to see what it's going to be like. Very excited for it. Uh-oh, that one is running away. Let's hope that we can get this. Yep, definitely didn't. Can we make this shot? Nope, not gonna be one of the times where we get it. Man, these Gators are just not cooperating today. I honestly didn't even think that one would spook, but sure enough it did, so that's unfortunate. Let's see if there's any others over here. This is always a really good area for Gators. There's usually quite a few of them in this area. So I'm hoping we'll be able to spot a few more. Maybe, if we're lucky. Yeah, there's one. It's a female though, but I mean, still a Gator. I think before we get any farther in this video, let's go ahead and take a look at an awesome Gator that I found earlier today when I was grinding some Gators along the coastline. I've been going through that coastline quite a lot the last few days, just shooting every single Gator that I can. Trying to get some more rares and potential diamonds to spawn. Oh my gosh, my dog just made it so I could not shoot this thing. Are you kidding me? Hunter, why, man? You jumped in front of my bullet and it wouldn't let me shoot. That's just not cool. You cost us a Gator. You silly dog. Well, as I was saying, I was grinding the coastline for diamonds and rares and hoping to get something, and we did find something pretty cool. We actually found the tracks of 2 different piebalds. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to locate the second one, and I haven't seen it since, so I've got a bad feeling that I might have shot it and not known that it was piebald, and then it died in the water and I never got to claim it. That's kind of what I'm thinking happened, but we did manage to get one of them, and without further ado, let's take a look at that. Okay, so I may have just made a big mistake. I shot a mythical Gator over here. And I came over here to claim it, and yeah, I just realized that there's a track here that says Piebald, so yeah, and it also looks like I messed up the shot on the Gator too, because there's no hunting pressure around here, so I must have messed up the mythical. Yeah, I did, but there is a Piebald apparently, and I didn't even notice it. I saw 3 other Gators run off, but none of them looked Piebald to me. That's kind of crazy. Which one is it anyway? We should be able to spot it, I would imagine. Let's real quickly see what each of these are. That's just an olive one. Let's spot the other one if we can. They are coming back in, which I've never actually seen this happen before, so kind of intrigued to see what this is going to be like. I think, yeah, that's the piebald. So neither of these are the piebald. We got to figure out where it actually went. And then we gotta try and get a good shot on it. Is that it right there? Yes, that's it right there. Okay, so we know which one is the piebald now. It's just gonna be a matter of waiting for it to come in because he's quite a ways out there. And I can't even tell, like... Oh yeah, this is definitely the pattern that doesn't really show that well. It's the same as the one I got earlier, I think. Man, these things are difficult to actually determine. It's kind of crazy. You don't even know that they're piebald until you kill them. But I suppose we can take down this and then reset the time. Reloading my muzzleloader would probably help. Let's just go ahead and... Boop. That should be it for him. Or not. Well, I stand corrected. I thought for sure that would be a next shot, but I guess not. Suppose we will head back and reset the time and try to get this piebald. Wait. Wait, was that a piebald too? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I think that was a piebald too. Oh man. Well, I don't know what to think anymore. I think that's a different set of tracks. Let's go back and see. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think that's a completely different set of tracks. Possibly? Let's grab this again. Okay, so that is the current one. There's two piebald. Wait, what? Okay, I don't even know. I've been searching like the last week and only seen that one piebald, and now we've got two side by side. That's kind of wild. Alright, I went ahead and did a time reset. Now we will head over there and see if we can get close to these gators. I'm going to try and be as cautious as I can. I really don't want to spook them off again because that's just going to make this such a hassle. So we're going to take our time, and I kind of want to try the 9.3 from the drilling rifle. I had a few people ask me how this would do on them, and I do think it would be kind of interesting to find out, so let's go up there and try to take down these piebalds. And another thing that I have noticed with my about 3,000 hours of playing Call of the Wild is a lot of times when you don't find something for a long time, you end up finding a few of them back to back, and in this case we've got two side by side. It's something that happens quite often in Call of the Wild where when you're grinding something, they tend to spawn in waves. And since I know there's quite a few new people coming to the channel, and there's also a lot of new people coming to the game through Epic Games, and from what I've heard, there was 10 million people that signed up through the Epic Games Store, which is just incredible. That is a massive amount of players. And it's awesome to see because this is a great game, and it needs a ton of new people into it. More people playing the game means more funds to develop the game, which is just a good thing all around for everyone. But since it seems we've hit one of those streaks where we're starting to find some rares, I'm hoping we can find another diamond, or possibly, if we're lucky enough, a super rare. But not gonna hold my breath on that. I'm just happy we've got a couple piebalds up here because I have been trying to find more of these for the last couple days ever since I found the first one, and it's just not been working out the way that I wanted it to, so this is pretty sweet to finally have a couple of them side by side. As far as I can tell, they're both level 6. So they're nothing crazy, and their patterns aren't super great, but it's still rares. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so I see a few gators. I don't know which is which, though. We're gonna sneak up really close if we can, and then take it out with the 9.3, and then try to quickly switch to the 16 gauge slugs out of the drilling rifle as well, and see if we can bag both of these without having to reset the time. That would be fantastic if we could do that. So there's a gator right there, but I don't know which one it is, so I don't know if I'm going to take a shot until I can actually get a clear look at it. We're going to have to look at the mouth and see if it's kind of patchy. If it is, then that'll be our piebald. And then we got to figure out where the second one is, and then I think we'll take a shot. I want to be 100% sure when we're shooting that we're not going to miss the shot on the second one. However, it very well could happen. As far as I can tell, that's not a piebald. I don't know, though. That's the level 5. I could have swore they were both level 6. We'll do a little more looking around, but we are getting dangerously close. So I don't want to take too long. Risk spooking this guy off. Oh, that's a piebald right there. That is one right there. It's trying to get away. I don't know where the other one is, but that's one of our piebalds. Oh, that's the other one right there. Okay, so we found the other one. Well, that's convenient. You know, at second look, I don't think this actually is the piebald. Maybe it is. I mean, that didn't do the trick either way, so I think that one got it? Yeah, it did. And okay, this isn't even the piebald. I swear, if that level 5 that was right in front of us is the piebald, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. Oh my gosh, hello there. Well, that's not what I was expecting to see. I did not even know there was a gator right there. That kind of scared me a little bit. That's just a level 7 425. Not our piebald once again. I think literally both of them got away. I think that 5 was the piebald and I just did not see it. It must be such a minute amount of piebaldness on it. Or piebalding? Whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called, so we'll just go with piebaldness. Well, I think I see both of our piebalds. That's definitely one of them. And that, I believe, is the other one. I'm pretty sure that's the same 5, so... Or... Maybe it's that one? I don't know. No, that's a level 2 female. Okay, so it's definitely these two. They're in better spots now, actually, so I'm completely fine with this, provided we can actually make these shots. You know, I think we can make this if we're lucky. I am going to try and get a little more broadside and try to get that tree out of the way, but I think we can do this. I think this might be our chance right here. There we go. We got the level 5. Let's see if we can maybe get the 6 before it leaves. That's the female. That is the 6 right there. So next time it gives us a shot, we will take it. Provided it doesn't do what it just did and go behind the tree. Yeah, it went behind the tree and went straight into the water. Well, we got one of them down. I hope this was the right 5. I couldn't imagine it not being. There's no other 5s in the area, so I think we're okay. Now we just got to get that 6 after. Well, let's do a quick examination and, I mean, if this is piebald, this is the least piebald I've ever seen. Yep, we shot the wrong one. Why doesn't that surprise me? Of course we would. That's unfortunate. Well, guess we'll keep searching. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Aggressive? I have not seen that before. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, let's kind of just observe it. That is wild. Aggressive alligator. That's the first time I've had one go aggressive. That was actually pretty sweet. Well, once again, gonna try for these guys. I don't even know. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. And one thing I'm learning very fast is that the glare from the sun on some of these alligators really makes them look like a piebald, even when they're not. So yeah, it's gonna make it a little bit more difficult, but I think as long as we can get like a very good look at one or pick up the track from it, then we can probably confirm whether or not it's our piebald. This little portion of whatever video this goes into is lasting way longer than I thought it would. This has been quite a crazy stalk for these gators, and we even got attacked by one in the process, so I mean, it's been kind of cool. I'm enjoying it. The 9.3 is actually working pretty good, and so are the 16 gauge slugs out of it, so all in all, I think this has actually been pretty good. I'm just hoping that it's not going on for too long for you guys, because I know not everybody wants to sit through like a 20 or 30 minute video, but it's shaping up to be one with this. Okay, so we are basically directly on top of this gator. I can't tell. I don't think that's the piebald. I don't think this one is either, but this is a 5 and a 6, so I'm so tempted to just shoot one and see, because I have not spotted any other gators around here. I don't know. I think we gotta do it just to see if one of them is it. I'm thinking the move actually might be to get as close as we can and then run at them. That way we can get a really close-up look. And maybe grab a couple tracks before they get in the water. That way we can better make our decision on whether or not we want to shoot one. Yeah, I don't think this guy's a piebald. Just off a first glance, so let's get the slugs equipped and run at them. Maybe we can get a better look at this dude. Yep, definitely not piebald. Same for this one. Okay, so I'm glad we did that. I didn't want to take the shots on them and delete this zone. So yeah, neither of those are the right one. I'm just like absolutely lost. I don't know where to look anymore. I have no idea what is what. Let's just hope that one of these is our piebald. Was that him? Yeah, that's not him, so it's gonna be one of these other ones. That's not him either. Oh gosh, I forgot that the Gators don't actually do that thing where they don't render when you fast travel. Every other species in Call of the Wild, if you fast travel to where they are, anything that's within like 200 meters does not render in until you've walked like 200 to 250 away. But the Gators are different. Whenever you spawn right on top of them, they're still there. So we might actually be able to use that to our advantage now that I think of it. Maybe we can put a tent directly on top of where the Piebald Gator has been showing up. And, yeah, can just take him out there. Wait. Oh, that's him right there, I think. Oh my gosh. Well, this is going terribly. I don't know what to do anymore. The second I think we're about to get it, it just goes completely south. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna try this theory that I have and see if maybe this will work out better. But from what I've seen with the Gators, when you fast travel directly on top of them, they don't actually de-render like other species do, so maybe that's how we're gonna use this to our advantage. Maybe we can get right on top of it and just quickly look around before they spook off and try to find one. Alright, well, let's give this a try. Let's see if we can get this to work. If this works, this just might be the best way to grind Gators, if you can just place all of your tents on top of them and not have them spook off, because I've had quite a few situations the last few days spawning on top of Gators and having them not spook. Yep, this is actually great. This is not the Piebald, though. That's not our Piebald. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this actually works. That's so crazy. No other species in the game can you do this with. That's just incredible. Let's hope we can find our Piebald quickly and get him on the ground. I think that's him right there. That's gotta be him. And then that's his female, I believe. Yes. Oh yep, that's our Piebald right there. I don't care about this one necessarily because I doubt it's the other Piebald. I haven't been able to find the other one. So I'm going to assume this guy's not it. But we will real quickly just run over and check to make sure. Gotta be 100% certain. Yeah, I think this is that other dark brown one. Let's just... Yeah, it's an olive actually. So we know where one of them is. I have no clue where the second one is. I've not been able to find it since that initial picking up of its track. But we got one of them right here, and maybe we can finally get it down like an hour and 10 minutes later. Oh, this is taking so long. I think we might be able to make this shot. It says it's traveling, so I want to try and get it before it travels too far away. Actually, we're going to have to try and alert it because it seems like it's trying to move into the water. Attentive. Should go alert next. Yep. There we go, we got it down finally. Oh my gosh, that took an hour and 12 minutes and 27 seconds to get that thing on the ground. Oh my gosh, that took way too long. Now we gotta find the second one. I'm not looking forward to having to do this again, so yeah, we probably won't show anything in between now and finding the second one, because yeah, otherwise this video is gonna be way too long. But, oh my gosh, I am just happy to finally have this guy down. That took way too long. I'm not sure if it's any different than my first one. We will have to do some comparison. I think it might have subtle differences, but I really can't tell. This one, once again, is not really super piebald. I think this is definitely the same as my first piebald, unfortunately. There's quite a bit of piebald patches on the underside of him. You know, maybe it is a little bit different. We're gonna have to compare them in the lodge. But either way, that's a gold piebald. That's, I think, our biggest one. So that's pretty sweet. I really wish it was the better pattern, but it is what it is. I guess we'll hope that the second one is better than this one. Ooh, that is a pretty heavyweight track, so I guess we'll continue off from this, but it was a pretty cool encounter with that Piebald Gator. We also had our first aggressive Gator, which was pretty awesome. Hadn't got to see that until that moment, and it was pretty sweet. I definitely want to try and make some of them aggressive in the future as well. It's difficult to get them to do it, though. I'm not exactly sure what situations we need for them to go aggressive, but it was cool to finally see one do that. And that little tent trick where you can spawn on top of them is pretty cool as well, but as far as I understand, that's not necessarily intended, so it'll probably get fixed at some point. But yeah, overall it was a cool encounter with a nice gator. Alright, we got ourselves a level 5 running towards us. This will be a good chance to hopefully use the 10 gauge. Although, no, it's not going to give us the chance to. Let's just use the 45-70 to be safe. Second shot got into the neck, I believe. It definitely doesn't kill them as quick as I would like it to, but it does good enough to where you should be fine. You shouldn't lose a gator as long as you get neck shots. And that's kind of how it is with basically every gun. And actually, that was a spine and lung, so I actually take that back. It probably is better on neck, but it did okay there, even with a spine and lung shot. Ooh, there is that one that we found the track from. It is a mythical, but it's nervous, which means we've spooked it at some point. So there's not really gonna be any way we can get it right now. We'll probably get it at a later date. But my main goal in grinding these gators pretty heavily is just to find out if there's any other rares. As of now, we only know of piebald. Nobody has seen an albino or a melanistic or a leucistic or an orange, so we don't know if those types even exist. We're assuming that they probably will because those are all rares that can happen in real life, but as of now, we haven't been told what rares they can have, and we've only found piebald. And everybody else in the community that's playing on this early access build, I'm pretty sure they've only found piebalds as well. It's kind of crazy that that's the only one that's been seen. So I'm very eager to see if we can find some others. Ooh, there we go. There's a gator level 6. Let's go with the 9.3 round this time if we can, and I think it's a hit. I don't think it killed it though. It was definitely a hit, but we did not get a kill shot, so time to move on and find another. Okay, so there is the mythical gator. I really want to use the 10 gauge or the crossbow on it, but it is so far away and in such a bad spot that there's no way I can really use the crossbow. And I doubt the 10 gauge slugs will be usable either. I think we're just gonna have to avoid him for now and go for whatever's over here that just warning called. This will definitely be an easier option. Man, that mythical gator just looks so crazy walking towards us like that. And now it's submerging into the water. That is just so awesome. This actually might give us a really good shot. Uh-oh. I just heard one move really close to us. I think it's the one that warning called earlier. And now the 8 knows we're here too. Oh, this is gonna become a mess. Ooh, oh my gosh, it's right there. Hello there. And another one. Oh my gosh, that actually worked out really well. Oh my gosh, that worked out so well. That could not have worked out any better. Now if we can get this guy too. And we missed just barely, but I'm happy with that. That went really well. We got a brain shot with the 10 gauge slug, and then the crossbow worked beautifully on this guy. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Wow, crossbow might be really good actually. You could probably go like head on and hit the spine and lung and liver in the same shot, and I bet that would drop it pretty well. We gotta do some more testing with the crossbow at some point. I don't know if we'll do too much more of this video because it does take forever to crawl up to them, but maybe one of these days we'll have to do like a live stream or a video fully dedicated to crossbow gator hunting, because it's actually pretty fun. I enjoyed that. I think I hear one. Oh, I definitely do. Yeah, right there. There it is. Let's see if we can get 10 gauge into it. Yep, we definitely got the 10 gauge into it. Man, this thing is actually really good for them at close range. That was a heart shot too. Oh my gosh. Wow, if you can hit heart shots, they are absolutely crazy for taking them down as one would expect, but definitely not the most reliable thing to go for, but it did really, really well on the off chance that you can hit it. So that's about 170, I'd say. Maybe we can get it with the 45-70 from here. Definitely hit a little bit too low, I'd say. yeah, not exactly doable at long range, I don't think. A bit unfortunate. But it was worth a try at least. I probably should have aimed slightly higher. But honestly, I would not go for long-range shots with the 45-70 on Gators. It's just not consistent enough. It's not reliable enough because of the fact there is a decent amount of bullet drop. As long as it's within 150, it's actually pretty decent, the 45-70 is, but once you get past 150, probably better to just not take the shot. You know, since this video is probably already much longer than I would have liked it to be, let's just go ahead and put this gator up in the lodge. I am pretty happy that we did manage to get another piebald, and it looks like I actually haven't put the other one back up either. Oh, that's right, we put it in the multi-mount with that melanistic raccoon, so we can now drop this guy onto the wall. Now, let's real quickly just take a look at it a little bit. I want to see if there's any major differences. Let's get a side of the mouth that we can actually compare. So it's got a little bit under the eyeball, and then there's the bit on the hand over there, or the foot I should say. Let's see if we can see the same things on this one. I just want to make sure it's the exact same and not a little bit different. Hold on, it might be different. I'm not positive, but that looks a little different. I think it is. Hold on. let's take this guy in here and put it on one of these multi-mounts, or not multi-mounts, but on one of these things real quickly. I gotta make sure that I'm not just seeing things. Okay, I definitely was just seeing things. They're actually the exact same. It was just the angle, I guess. So, false alarm. We actually didn't get extra new ones like I thought we might have, but it is what it is. It's still cool that we got another piebald. I just wish it would have been a different pattern, but overall, pretty happy with it. I do love the way even this pattern looks for the piebald gators. I just would have preferred one of the ones that is more piebald. As of now, there's been 4 different patterns discovered, which is a new all-time high for any of the species in Call of the Wild. Most of them only have 1 or 2 patterns, like the blacktail only has 1 pattern, the whitetail has 1, the mule deer has 2. Most of them are pretty limited on the different patterns, but for once we have a species that has more than just 2, which is kind of awesome. I'm super excited to discover if there's any more. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was quite a highly requested video to use all these different guns on the Gators, so I decided to just put them all into one video and just see how they do. Pretty impressed with the 10 gauge and the crossbow. The 9.3 from the drilling rifle is good as well, and so is the 16 gauge slugs from it. A bit disappointed in the 45-70. It was kind of unreliable because of that bullet drop at long range, and at close range, I just felt like it wasn't doing enough. But, I mean, it could have just been my aim with that gun. I'm not really used to using it, so that definitely didn't help, but with that being said, thank you guys for watching. We're going to go ahead and end it. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and ring that notification bell so you guys will never miss another video. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below on what you guys want me to do next. I do plan to hunt some of the other species in the next few days, so hopefully you guys are excited for that too. We're going to go for some gray fox probably, maybe some more raccoon hunting. I've had a lot of requests for going for the new black bear, so we might do that as well. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!